Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I know, pump the crowd noise in now. I'm so
Yeah,
happy
exactly.
that you're on the show. I gotta tell you, I'm a fan. I was screaming at the TV, so proud of you and proud of our country. And I was seriously like, tears. It was like watching, one of those awesome sports movies, except it was real life. I could just imagine what it was like for you.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like it's a little bit the same for me as it is for you, but like I have to keep it together a little bit because I'm like, we're supposed to be here and like we're doing the winning thing, but
Yeah.
like it's like a childhood dream come true, but then it actually comes true, and then you're like, wait, what do I do now? No one ever talked about the what do you do when you do it part. So then I just had as
Yeah.
much fun as possible, basically.
Oh man, the world was watching you, man, and rooting for you. Right now, you actually would have been in Tokyo, correct? You would have been at the
Yeah.
Olympics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Bizarre times we live in. Are you prepping for the Olympics for next year or not yet?
I mean,
Too soon.
kind of, but yeah, it's a little too soon. It's a really weird like training sort of spot that we're in. It's like you can't really go hard and stay at like your highest level because you can't do that all year round. And so
Yeah.
it's actually really bizarre. We're used to having everything planned out in our lives pretty much for years at a time. And so when the pandemic hit, it was kind of like, well, now, like, what are we just like, we're working out for health, I guess. We're like, got a Peloton, doing yoga and like doing Pilates. And I'm just trying to like stay healthy and,
Put on the
do little things.
Lululemons and
But
go for it. Yeah, you have to.
yeah.
You're also known for activism as well, which I really love about you. You're the first non-NFL athlete to take a knee, and you got a lot of heat for that one. And now I see a lot of sports are supporting taking a knee. I know Major League Baseball did it, WNBA did it. I think the NBA has a thing. But what was the shift there, you think?
I think the pandemic honestly sort of laid bare a lot of the lies that were told. Like, we don't, oh, it's going to be too much for healthcare and too much. Well, we found like $3 trillion like really easily. I was like, did we just have this the whole time? Like, we
Yeah.
just had to like vote on it. So I think people kind of starting to connect all of the different dots. I think we've seen what's happened to Colin over all of these years and, how much backlash he's got, but then all of these things coming to fruition, literally what he's talking about being played out, for all of us to see in these videos. And I guess my hope is that people are starting to connect the dots and realizing that we don't have to live in a world like this. We don't have to live in a world where, we don't have healthcare that's adequate and our schools aren't adequate. We're one of the richest countries in the world. Like, we can do better for ourselves and we can do better for the people that are living here.
Is that what you're going to talk about when you're now a talk show host? You should have called me for advice. Now we're in the same club. This Saturday at 10 p.m. on HBO. What do you talk about on your show? What is it about?
It's called Seeing America. I'm sort of on this mission to like make politics cool, and I feel like politics is always this thing, and it's sort of meant to be like this, or it's packaged as like, oh, this is not this cool thing. It's difficult to get involved in. Just like, kind of stay out of it. And then people are like, well, I don't really want to get involved. And it's like, actually, politics is engaging with you, whether you're engaging with it or not, all the time, no matter what. Like, your whole life is political. And, especially if you're a Black person or a Black trans woman or a gay woman like myself or a gay female athlete, our lives are political in so many ways. And so trying to break it down for people, make it a little bit more relatable, and then get people energized about getting involved in the civic process and getting involved and, just being more active in their communities, but also for themselves as well. Obviously, voting is a huge one. We're coming up on the general election, which is, probably, definitely in my lifetime, the most important one, but certainly, a hugely consequential election.
Yeah, and like it was in 2016, I think, because I was looking at the website when we all vote, and it said 100 million people didn't vote.
100 million people didn't vote.
Did not vote. So let's change that, guys. It's free. You just have to register, and you have your voice heard. Why not do that?
Yeah, when we all vote's amazing. It's bipartisan, and voting in general should be bipartisan. We should try to be getting as many people involved in voting as possible. You know, it's one of the, greatest things about our country. We live in a democratic country, and so everyone can participate and have their voice heard. This is coming from me, but there's a reason why certain people or certain parties work so hard to keep people out of voting. I think that the more people vote, the more the policies of the country reflect the people that are voting and ultimately take care of the people that are voting, from, all the way from the presidency down ballot. We're seeing, in this pandemic in general, we're seeing how important mayors are and how important the governors are.
Yeah.
It's like Gavin Newsom and, the governor from New York, Cuomo, they've become like these superstars in this way, but it's like, they're really important. They have a huge job. And so all of these things affect our daily lives every day. And so to get as many people registered so their voice can be heard, so the policies can reflect their needs and the needs of their communities, I think is the most important thing that we can do right now.
Megan, before we leave, do you want to move your scarf out of the way? I don't know if it was covering your shirt, but I just thought it was pretty important that you see it. Thank you so much for coming on my show. I'm a big fan. Please come back, and I'd love to see you in person.
Yeah, let's do this in person again. And it's a great time to arrest the cops. So say her name, Breonna Taylor. Rest in peace. You went too soon.
Megan Rapinoe, everybody. Check out whenweallvote.org for more information on how to get involved. We'll be right back with a performance from Angel Olsen. Stick around.
On and on and on. I said, and it's on.